Let's explore a new classic work of literature, Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness, with an extended summary and an analysis of key themes. Summary: Heart of Darkness is a novella that delves into the darker aspects of human nature and the consequences of imperialism. The story is narrated by Charles Marlow, a seaman who tells of his voyage into the heart of the African Congo in search of the enigmatic ivory trader Kurtz. Marlow's journey takes him deep into the African wilderness, where he encounters the horrors of colonialism and the brutal treatment of the native population. He is struck by the moral and ethical decay that seems to permeate the European presence in Africa. As Marlow approaches Kurtz, he discovers that Kurtz has descended into madness and has become a megalomaniac. Kurtz's famous last words, "The horror." The horror epitomized the darkness within the human soul and the moral abyss that can be reached in the pursuit of power and dominance. Key themes: 1. Imperialism and colonialism. Heart of Darkness is a powerful critique of European imperialism and the brutal exploitation of Africa. It highlights the dehumanizing effects of colonialism on both the colonizers and the colonized. 2. Moral ambiguity. The novella explores the moral ambiguity of human actions in extreme situations. Characters in the story grapple with moral choices and the blurred line between good and evil. 3. Alienation and isolation. The African wilderness is depicted as a place of isolation and alienation, where characters confront their inner demons and primal instincts. 4. Darkness and light. The contrast between darkness and light is a recurring motif. It symbolizes not only the physical darkness of the African jungle but also the darkness within the human soul. 5. Psychological descent. Marlow's journey into the heart of darkness is also a psychological descent. The novella explores the limits of human sanity and the potential for moral degradation. 6. The other. The native African population is portrayed as the other in the story. Their mistreatment and dehumanization are indicative of the racism and ethnocentrism prevalent in the colonial era. 7. The absurdity of life. The novella grapples with the existential idea that life may be inherently absurd and meaningless, as characters confront the futility of their actions. 8. Truth and lies. Marlow's encounters with falsehoods and deceit, especially in relation to Kurtz, raise questions about the nature of truth and lies in a world characterized by moral ambiguity. 9. Cultural clash. The novella highlights the clash of cultures as European imperialism confronts African societies. It underscores the misunderstandings, prejudices, and tensions that arise from such encounters. 10. Madness and alienation. Madness is a pervasive theme, particularly in the character of Kurtz. The isolation and brutality of the African environment contribute to the character's descent into madness and alienation. 11. The power of language. Language and communication play a significant role in the story. The novella examines how language can be manipulated and used to both deceive and reveal truths. 12. Exploration and discovery. Marlow's journey into the Congo symbolizes the human drive for exploration and discovery. It raises questions about the costs and consequences of such endeavors. 13. Nature's indifference. The African landscape is often portrayed as indifferent to the struggles of the characters. This theme underscores the insignificance of humanity in the face of vast and indifferent natural forces. 14. Uncertainty and ambiguity. Heart of Darkness thrives on ambiguity. The narrative is filled with uncertainty, suggesting that truth and meaning are elusive, and moral choices are rarely clear-cut. 15. Redemption and corruption. The characters grapple with questions of redemption and corruption, with Kurtz serving as a symbol of someone who has succumbed to the corrupting influence of power. 16. The inevitability of darkness. The novella implies that darkness is an inherent part of human nature and that it can manifest when individuals are exposed to extreme circumstances and unchecked power. Heart of Darkness is a profound exploration of the darkness that can reside within the human soul and the consequences of unchecked power. It remains a thought-provoking and complex work that continues to spark discussions on imperialism, morality, and the human condition.